Welcome to our demo of DynamicWeb PIM. In this video, we'll look at tracking work progress. Here we'll look at business and role-specific dashboards, managing products through workflow dashboards, and product completeness and enrichment progress. So for the PIM editor, several relevant dashboards have been pre-configured here. We have this main product dashboard, which we're in right now. We also have one here called Workflow. Entering into the workflow dashboard, you will find a new set of product tiles and graphs showing products by, for example, type, as we can see here, city, road, bikes, mountain, etc., or by additionals. That's to say bike add-ons like, a light or a bell or a lock. This is a typical working dashboard for someone like an editor, showing relevant work areas where work on products is needed. By clicking on the number in the dashboard here, we could take Bike Rich for example. We'll bring up a list of the associated products for you to work on. The first view of the product data, when clicking on a product then, we take one here, can then be configured so we only have the fields here that we want to display pertaining to the needs that you have in that particular stage in your workflow. Okay. Yeah, so basically the channels that I'm demonstrating here are really just samples of the many ways that you could display the status of your product data so you have a good overview and can continually validate your data. Here, for example, you can see that we're in the channels that your product is published on. So I did want to just mention this area here called queries. Queries are an important tool in the PIM system to create product lists. So basically, you can create a query with several expressions, and these queries form the basis of every tile that you see here in your dashboards, and are also used in various other places in the PIM system. So after logging in with your PIM editor credentials here, you can access shared queries that are assigned to you. For example, the query we looked at here, the Enrich Bikes under Products Dashboard Workflow. And I'll go ahead and click on that. This will give you an overview of the completeness of products that still need to be enriched by you here, based on how much they need to be enriched by you, displayed by a percentage. Now go ahead and notice the GT single speed is at a completeness of 59%. Now I'm going to click on the percentage bar, and then I'll get an overview of the completed and still yet to be completed product fields. In this case, in the example of the GTP single speed, there's information missing, for example, here on the front and rear brakes. See that here? Indicated by these red dots. And if we click on one of the red dots, so go ahead and do that here, you'll notice that we're brought to that particular field. And I can enter in a value here and a value here. And I can do save and close. And you notice that those have changed here. And were I to go back to that workflow and the overview in the Bikes Enrich, you can see that the GT single speed has now increased to 76%. So that was that for this video. In the next video, we'll take a look at data modeling and finding products.